about 15 days back, you saw I started my winter garden. Mumbai, so to speak, is not really wintry. At best, it is lower 20s, and at worst, it is higher 20s. Even though me as a human being, I really enjoy this temperature range, I was very cautious of what plants I was growing. They should be able to sustain in this temperature range. So I started with some leafy veggies and salads. I had sown some of the seeds directly in large pots, some in cups, and some in tissue paper. The germination has been quite successful, and it is the perfect time to put them in soil. So one late afternoon, I thought I would start and finish by late evening. I had a bunch of saplings that looked healthy and ready for transplantation. Since my garden is on a terrace, there is concrete under the pots. I plant the veggies in grow bags that keep the pots light and easy to clean underneath. About an hour later, remember my plan of starting in the afternoon so that I can finish in the evening? My learning: never plan. So I had to wait, and once it stopped raining, I transplanted all the saplings in these pots. My second challenge was to protect these saplings from pigeons. Covering the entire terrace with the net could be quite a costly affair and not very economical for a rental. So I covered all the plants with the pigeon net. Actually, I also tried green shade net because we get a lot of direct sun and it gets quite hot in the afternoon. But the next morning I realized that the shade net was reducing too much of light and was not perfect for the plants to grow. Of all the seeds that I tried out for the winter garden, today at the mark of 20 days from sowing, pak choi has been the best performer, I would say. It has been able to establish itself quite well. Radish, turnip, purple basil, lemon basil, borage, a flowering plant, have also done quite well, but parsley is all dead. Arugula looks somewhat surviving, but I'm not very hopeful. Spinach though, I think I started too early. Although we call this season winters, in Mumbai when I started, it was still on the warmer side. And I think now is actually the better time to start spinach. It has been raining, the temperature has gone down, so I'm going to give it another try soon. Learning to grow what veggies do well here has been a kind of hit and trial process for me. Before you decide what plants to grow in your area, in your balcony, in your garden, I guess there are two really important things to learn. First is what is the sun availability like, and secondly, what are the temperature conditions like. These two factors don't only change between or don't only vary between regions, between cities, but also between houses. We moved to this house about 8 months back, and I'm still in the process of learning how the sun moves across on this terrace. What are the temperature conditions like within a day, between seasons, and it's a process of learning. In this process, you might end up killing a plant or two. I do. I think it takes time, but it is kind of a skill that you develop over time. And speaking about skill, Skillshare is our today's sponsor. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes from photography to gardening to self-care and much more. These days I'm following Alicia's class on creating merchandise. It's called Illustrate for Merchandise. She has some great tips there on creating illustration-based merchandise, a potential idea we have been considering for Garden Up Store. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning. There are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes on a range of topics. If that sounds fun, the first 1000 of my subscribers to click on the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Alright, coming back to my plants, 2 months back, I had also started composting. The idea is to prepare fertilizer for my vegetables. Whenever I start composting, it takes me about 15 to 20 days to fill up one bin. And from that time, it takes another 30 to 45 days to get the compost ready. Once it has turned this black in color and there's no smell, I dry it up in sun and save it for my vegetable garden. Over the past 2 months, since I started composting and preparing for the winter garden, you saw me setting up this small space for the winter garden. We also set up this space for me to sit down and enjoy the garden. But along with these nicer looking things, a bunch of small mess ups also keep happening behind the scenes. For example, this vinca. It was heavily attacked by ants. It is common to see your plants being attacked by ants. So, when I saw these thousands of ants, I applied my dimag and I thought the way you shoo away ants from sugar, I will manage to shoo away these ants from soil too. Not a good idea. I was not only attacked, I still have a burning sensation in one of my thumbs. Although I did manage to free this plant from ants, they attacked another plant. So there are no more ants in the vinca, but now they have attacked this second plant. It's a jatropha, and I again see thousands of ants. It's kind of scary to actually sit next to it. So with this experiment, I have a little learning. Whenever you have a heavy ant infestation, honestly 10-20 ants is completely okay, but you would know when there are a problem, when there are thousands of them. Then try to treat around the container. Don't spray on the plant because it will hurt the plant. Secondly, try to figure out where is the ant colony. It will either be in your house or actually in your building, because they're definitely moving to and fro. So try to get that colony treated, otherwise this is never ending. On that note, take care and I will see you very soon.